Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of I'm a Nice Guy, You Witch. Today I am joined with Moby.
Yeah, that's right. The international superstar, Mobyley. And I want everybody to know that this is very special to me, having me on your channel, which is why I'm wearing a dress shirt, but I also don't like sleeves, so I rip them off. That's besides the point. Thank you for having me on your channel. I've been watching the videos that you've been doing. I've been seeing all of the paragraphs that you've been reading and having not only your point of view, but other people's, and it's real interesting. So thank you for having me on this one.
Not a problem, Moby. I am glad to have you on as well.
Yeah.
What we are going to be doing is, like we always do, go over a lot of posts that I found on the interwebs that are toxic people. All right, let's go over this first post. I found this about a woman who went into an auto mechanic store and was just trying to get her car looked at.
Dude was being so creepy with me at Midas that the girls at the front had the mechanic come to get me to explain what was wrong with my car. And he said,
"Nothing's wrong. Just wanted to get you away from him. You can hang out right here until he leaves."
What the heck? This is why girls need bears. Are you okay?
I'm okay and feel really supported by this staff at Midas. He's gone. Dude said,
"You should be careful coming into a place like this looking the way that you do."
then told the girl at the front desk.
"Don't give my wife trouble."
What the actual heck?
So, Moby, how do you feel about this? If you were to bring your car into an auto mechanic, do you think that's a place where you should try to get somebody's number or shoot your shot with somebody?
Well, the thing about shooting your shot, we live in a different time. We live in a time where we have access to so many people through the internet and that we can get to know them before even meeting them, because the horrors of what this world can be is so much more apparent now because we're physically seeing things that are happening. So the days of just like, we don't really need to go up to random people and random situations like that anymore. And I feel like there are specific places like the auto mechanic shop or a gas station that's just like, yo, I don't even want to be here right now. I have a service, my car's messed up, my check engine light is on, I'm having a bad day. The last thing I want is some musty dude being creepy towards me. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it's a time and a place. That's not the time or the place. And I feel like the type of people that go for people in areas like that are, I don't know, that's a huge red flag.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna shoot your shot, you definitely shouldn't be saying something to somebody that you're interested in. Is you should be careful coming into places like this looking the way you do. Like what? Looking the way like what? Is she? No matter how a woman or anyone dresses, you should not judge them by how they feel comfortable, like what they feel comfortable wearing. That's not an invitation for anything.
I agree 100%. And here's the thing, and I know there are certain words that you can't say on the internet and a lot of sites. So I will, people who SA people,
Right.
they're not doing it because of what they're wearing. They're doing it because they're bad people and because they want to feel power. Because at the end of the day, if you want something like that, you could have good, the kids say Riz now, charisma, game, flirt, and talk to someone and have something that's mutual. But predators have a mindset. It's not even about like going after, it's a mindset. And his predator mindset, in his mind, it's a compliment because like, oh yeah, anyone can just snatch you up. And that, like, that's crazy. Like, to think
Right.
in your mind that that's a compliment, that's crazy.
I agree. I'm really happy that the other girls at Midas realized the situation and pulled this other person into the back so that she didn't have to deal with this creep anymore.
Looking out for her, and that's good. It's good to have people around like that And I know it's easy to feel like if it's not involving me or doesn't affect me, it's not my problem. But something could later on in life or anytime affect you. And when it does, you would want people there to have your back and look out for you even if they don't know you. And it should be the same and the other way around. And there are, just like in this situation right here, ways to help people without necessarily confronting what might be dangerous. Are sly ways to do it like they did here. I think the way they did it here, very smart.
Yes, I agree. Very smart. Bars they have what is that thing? The angel shot or something like that?
Yeah. I've seen,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's real or not, but I definitely seen a video on it. They order the angel shot, and that means this person is harassing or making me feel uncomfortable. Can you help me get out of the situation?
And I think that's really good. It's not drawing direct attention to the creep. It's doing a very subtle way, and that's probably safer because you don't know what this other person is going to do in retaliation of being
That's true.
rejected. And I think
Yeah.
that's the main point of all that. So
Yeah, I agree. You never know what's going on in people's head. You never know how they're raised or the mental or if they have weapons or anything like that. So helping, yes, should always do that, but also be careful whether you are the person in the situation or someone helping.
right. All right, Moby, do you have anything else to say on this topic, or should we move on to the next one?
Um, hey person that was there, Midas, if you're watching this, you're probably not, but if you are, you're weird. And I don't like that. And if you're hungry, I'll give you a knuckle sandwich. And if you're not, we'll wait until you're hungry. Then I can give you a knuckle sandwich. Unless you have weapons, then never mind.
Thanks, Moby. All right, we're gonna cut to a pet break real quick, and this is actually a clip of your gecko, right?
African fat-tailed gecko. His name is Minion Bob. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, we're
He's
gonna.
he's an explorer. He's looking for stuff. This is a good clip. You'll see.
All right, we are going to enjoy that, and we will be right back. All right, and we are back, and here we are gonna go right into this next one, where basically a guy is saying, "Hey, all you women out there, you have a time limit."
Dear women, I'm only trying to help. None of your professional or personal accomplishments matter to men. It's a hard biological reality that there is only one thing that women have that matters to men, and it is fleeting. Here today, gone tomorrow.
All right, and what do you think about that, Moby?
I'm gonna say something right now. I'm gonna say something, and I'm going to say that I agree with one thing that he said, and that is, women, you do have a time limit in life, and you never know when that time limit is over. No one is promised tomorrow, so you do not want to spend your time with idiots like that. Ladies or gentlemen, whoever want to listen, whether you are 25 or 45 or 65, it doesn't matter. As long as you are an adult and not freshly an adult, like you've been an adult for a while, it doesn't matter. All right? It doesn't. People all ages, I'd say 26 and up, have different experiences. They have different mindsets. They like different things. I, at the ripe young age of 32, I can have a lot of things in common with someone who's in their 40s or in their 50s. It doesn't really matter. And when you talk about like babies and stuff like that, there's people much younger than me that can't have babies. Unfortunately, there's other ways around that. Just like there's people younger than me who have gray hair, or people younger than me who go bald. Biology isn't necessarily the older you get, the more all of this bad stuff happens, and you just turn like that's not how that works. Everyone's body is different, and that guy is dumb. How do you feel?
I feel like it, regardless of a person's age, man or woman, it doesn't make you have less value the older you get.
Yeah.
I think, and this person who's making this comment on these photos, this person literally found the worst photos or some bad photos of these two women and was like, this is why you all women have a time limit and stuff like that. And I think that's absolutely toxic thinking. That's
Yeah,
my
it's
thought
true.
process on it.
People age differently. My
Yep.
mom is 35 years older than me, but she does not look like it at all. She barely has any gray hair. She looks very young. There are other people the exact same age that look like a skeleton. I'm not going to lie. My point is, people age differently, and
Right.
that just happened.
One of the things I think is he doesn't think women. He doesn't want to deal with women that are more mature because they won't put up with his bullshit, in my opinion. Like, they have to be a certain ignorance and not be really that wise to the world to be able to be with him, and that's what he's attracted to.
Yeah, I can see that. That's definitely a way to look at it. I feel like there's a lot of younger people in this generation that are wise to the world and
Right.
understand a lot more than what we did when we grew up. So I feel like even if you date younger, they're not going to settle for crap like that
Yeah, not
because of
anymore.
how today is.
Social media definitely has helped with that, but it's also it's helped and it's also influenced in a negative way. So, but I think we are more educated than we were in the past.
Yeah,
My
100%.
opinion.
Yeah, you can Google anything at any time. It's crazy.
All right, Moby. Is there anything else on this topic you would like to go over, or do you want to go on to the next one?
Yeah, there's something on this topic that I want to go over, and that's this. If you're listening to me right now in this very moment, I want you to know your life moves at your own pace. There's no ticking clock in which you have to get things done or be with someone. And don't be with someone just because you feel you're too old to be dating around. Don't sacrifice your happiness because you're on a timeline that someone else is giving you. Because at the end of the day, you're only one living your life. And you live it at your own pace and doing what works for you.
I agree with that. All right, we're gonna segue into another pet clip, and we're gonna be right back.
What? You can't go in. You're not no dogs allowed. What is wrong with you?
It was a good video.
All right.
I was watching it and I was just like, wow. Whew. There's stuff in there that I definitely watched it. We all did. Every single one of us. We all watched it together.
We're going to go into this post about canceling an order because a guy's girlfriend did not like him ordering from other women.
Hi, can you cancel order number 1078?
Good morning. Sure, I can cancel your order. Reverse time for refund is typically 3 business days depending on your bank. It will show up as DLV credit. Can I ask what's wrong?
Oh, nothing at all. Your stuff is cute, but my man ordered from you and I told him I don't like when he orders from girls. Nothing against you, girl, but if you can cancel it for me and when he emails what happened, can you just tell him you don't feel comfortable selling to him, please? You know men are attracted to pretty women on a mission. Girl code, I hope you understand.
That's a very toxic woman, and it's a real shame that she feels that way. And I want to say that as a man calling out toxic men, it's great. It's cheered for. I want to let it be known that it's an equal playing field calling out toxicity, regardless of the gender. And I just want it to be like that. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm a guy just going at girls because I hate women and all that. It's like a lot of times you can't really have conversations without stuff like that being thrown around. We're just calling out toxicity. That's what I want to do here. And that's what that is. It's toxicity, and it is manipulation, and it is jealousy. And it goes deeper to what happened in her life. Where is she mentally that she feels she needs to be that way or be that person or do those things?
Yeah, she put up a boundary with her boyfriend to not order with other women, and we don't know the story behind that, but I think that is not a good trait to have for a long-lasting relationship, because there are a lot of women business owners, very successful business owners, and you can't just be like, because they are a woman, you can't go there and purchase their wares.
Yeah, that's the opposite of woman supporting woman. They're saying you're not supported because you are a woman. And my boyfriend isn't allowed to shop from women, even if he is getting something from me. You're not allowed to look at them. We're not allowed. Like that, regardless of gender, the control of who can you talk to, where can you shop from, what spaces are you allowed to be in. That's all control in a scary way. Abuse is wrong regardless of what it is. Toxicity is wrong regardless of who does it. Take the actual things that people are doing and say these things should not be happening. If this person, regardless of who they are treating you this way, or putting unrealistic boundaries on you like this, that you need to step back and not only get out of that situation, but people with mindsets like that should, I mean, everyone needs therapy and just understand, why do I feel the need to control my partner, male or female? Why do I feel the need to control everything? What happened in my life that I feel the need to say, even if you're buying something from me, it can't be from a woman. Like, what happened in her life that make her feel this way?
Mm-hmm.
It's not to excuse it.
No, there is no excuse for any gender to try to control their partner. And if you feel that way, you really need to talk with your partner and help. If you want to maintain the relationship, you got to heal and start trusting your partner. Because if they've not given you a reason to mistrust them, then you treating them that way is not valid.
It's not valid to what they're doing. Like, you are taking, unless they did something, and if they did something, break up.
Right.
Or talk through it. But if they didn't do anything, then you are taking hurt from your past relationships and applying it to your current partner, which is not okay.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
I get you. I'm picking it up, what you putting down.
All right, Moby. Is there anything else on this one before we go on to our last one?
Yeah, real quick. This isn't going to be super wholesome. Just, I feel like, needed information. Therapy is extremely important, and even if you feel like you can't afford it, there are affordable ways to do it. Maybe even your job can get you access to it. Maybe your school can get you access to it. People,
there's some state programs that get you can get you into therapy for free.
Yeah, people are not therapists. Your friends are not therapists. Your parents are not therapists. So just talking to people around you that just going to tell you what you want to hear, it's not what you need. And not that girl specifically, in general. A lot of people need to talk to a licensed therapist, because a lot of times even talking to your partner is not enough, because they're not equipped to deal or have the tools to deal with what needs to be done. And even if they tell you what you need to hear, you may not be able to absorb it the way you want to because it's not being given to you by an actual professional. So unless you get professional help to heal and go through what you need to go through, every relationship moving forward is going to be affected by everything that happened to you in the past because you're not getting the help you need. Like, friends should be there for you. You should have a support system, but that support system is not a licensed therapist. And that's something
Right.
that a lot of people need.
And your friends and your family and your significant other are all going to be biased. So
Yeah, all of them.
yeah, so if for you to have true healing, you need an outside opinion. Somebody that doesn't have any skin in the game.
Outside professional opinion.
Yep.
For sure.
All right, let's go on to the.
Oh yes, I'm ready. I'm ready for each and every pet break we about to have.
All
Are
right,
you transitioning now?
Yeah, we're gonna transition now.
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back. And we are back, and we are gonna go
Wow.
right into.
Good. That was a good video. That was a good. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that was a good video.
Thank you. And we're gonna go into this. This is actually screenshots of comments on a different post. I do not actually have that post, but what this guy is saying is very toxic and gaslighty and manipulative.
Actually just means women can be programmed or manipulated to do things even if there's no logic. Doesn't say anything about the person they ignore or overlook. Just their own broken perception and lack of any intuition.
You for real? Acting like men don't lie about their employment, relationship, and financial status to women? And that's her fault for giving the benefit of the doubt still? This is why we can't stand most of y'all. If we don't give him a chance, we're stuck up. If we do and he turns out to be a freaking loser then, well, that's our fault too. None of y'all want to be held accountable.
Classic deflection as expected by any women today. Y'all aren't smart. And the more exposed you become, the more damage continues to be done. Men lie because if they didn't, women wouldn't give them the time of day without the temptation they lie about. I personally don't, but I attribute that to why I am single. Plenty of times I could have lied and tempted to get what I wanted, but that isn't free will. Still the same since Eve. Temptation is the easiest control mechanism.
Jesus Christ, you're so close to getting it. You just admitted they lie because they wouldn't get a chance if they didn't. Because there are freaking losers, so they have to lie. Then we're at fault because they turned out to be freaking losers. Please, sweet baby Jesus, make it make sense.
All right, Moby. This one's a lot to unpack, in my opinion. He goes from basically calling this woman stupid and saying that all women are stupid and that there's the whole reason why men have to lie is because they're never going to be good enough and whatnot, which in my opinion is not accurate even remotely. And then he goes straight up to gaslighting. I mean, he's basically saying that the whole reason why any man lies is because women don't find any man valuable otherwise, and I think that's garbage. I think that if a man has to lie to get a woman's attention, then they should probably just do better themselves. If they think that they're not worth it, which they probably are to certain people, they should better themselves to get to where they feel like they're worth it, regardless of the gender, honestly, in my opinion. So, what do you think, Mobius? Take it away.
That guy's wrong about everything he just said. And not only are women extremely smart, but manipulation comes from all genders everywhere. You want to lie about who you are to try to get with the people? That's your own fault. Why are you lying or pretending to be someone you're not? That's the problem with society right now. We pretend to be people we're not to get with people, and they fall for the person that they thought we were. And when we show who we truly are, they're like, I didn't sign up for this. That person is clearly extremely hurt from what he's going through and projecting all of the stuff that he went through and the biases that he hears with the red pills and stuff. And you get all these people just, I hate men, I hate women, back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And just arguing and arguing and arguing and being hateful and spewing hate, when in reality, if you just step off the internet for a sec, you'd realize that men and women get along so much better in real life. And it's such beautiful friendships and such great experiences in person that when you step out of the internet and you actually start to see all of the stuff that's happening and see the relationships being built and the memories being made, like when you're in a specific part of the internet and you see that constantly all around you, not only are you going to be filled with hate because you feel like you're constantly under attack regardless of your gender, but you feel like you got to argue with everybody. And some people just go so far and deep into their hole of what they feel they need to say and being represent that they're just spewing hate just to spew hate. And it's all wrong.
There is a lot of hate. Is there anything else you want to go over on this one, or is there anything overall you want to go on over?
Yes, there's something that I want to go over right here, right now. With all of this toxicity and people talking and left and right, there's something that I want to say. And there's a question that people ask a lot. And that is, can men and women be friends platonically? And that I say, if you even ask that question, that means you don't look at the opposite sex as an actual person. You just look at them as, if you're not someone I get with, you don't exist. And that's dumb. We are all people at the end of the day. We all have a heartbeat. We all have a mind. We all have a conscience. And when I grew up, I heard treat people how you want to be treated. And that's what you should do. Stop listening to the influencers that make you feel like you have to be hateful to be powerful. That's not the case at all. Just go outside and show love. And also subscribe to this channel and thumbs up, because that's also going to make the world go round, you know?
Well, thank you very much, Moby. I really appreciate that a lot. Thank you once again, Moby, for joining us. I will put your information down in the description. If everyone can go and check out his stuff, that would be greatly appreciated as well.
Oh, yeah. Step into the Mobyverse. I have a lot of cool material and content that I feel like you guys would love to see.
We are going to finish this segment out with the final animal clip. And I appreciate you all for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next one.